promised one of my friends I'd show the difference because we've been going through these Serpent lanterns quite a bit to farm Question Night. And I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of talking. I just want to showcase kind of the difference between a solo stealth run of this. Now keep in mind I'm not like an expert at this, but the general idea we'll get here. Get home with it. A stealth run of the Serpent's Lantern. So I'm going to be using Stealth Force Delta to run this today. Now, unfortunately, my headset broke earlier today, so there might be some noise feedback in this, just a bit. I'll turn the volume down so it shouldn't be bad if there is, but if there is, I apologize. For a moment there, it wouldn't stop. Now, it used to be that if you got stealth, the anti-air stuff wouldn't fire at you. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the case any longer, so... That's twice I've now misclicked on that square next to my stealth. I'm not sure why. Oh, the travel power bug here. Yeah, walking on air. Whee! Oh, looks like I'm gonna actually have to kill these guys to get to that door. So let's just start with a little bit of. Now, if you're wondering why do it this way, why not just do it the normal fight your way through way? Well, for one, it's really fun to try and do from a role-playing perspective. For two, you can do a lot more quick farming of questionite this way. Case in point, this is usually a tough little fight, but now, my preferred way of doing this is full clears, not the stealth run that I'm thinking of. My favorite way to do this is full clears of, bases and bunkers and. I like the Carnage the Destruction, but Ninja style is a nice change of pace. Now this part is where it starts to get a bit interesting, because you gotta kill a lot more to do these tanks like you're gonna need to. Now, those close calls are going to be a lot easier to get away with later on in the build, because I will have a way to reapply stealth from combat. So, for those of you thinking about doing a stealth run, and not because you're worried about that, if you're really worried that much about it, just wait until your build can handle reapplication. Just gonna wait a moment to just take this off so I can regen. Or not. It should be regenning here, but it's not. Okay, weird. Just need to move out of the area, I guess. Bless you! Sometimes these guys will walk off in a direction I can get these without killing them, but it doesn't look like they're going to be cooperative today. At least not within a quick time frame, which the whole point of doing this stealthy is kind of efficiency, so... I missed one weapon cache somewhere. Ah. I didn't quite finish that one. Looks like I'm gonna have to take these guys out. Don't always have to take those guys out, though. Alright, that concludes part 1 of my video. The second 2 parts of the mission will be done in the next video. This will at least get you started on thinking about some things. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm using, I've got Wrist Bolter, and I got Automated Assault on that. Shadowed Strike is part of the Night Warrior passive. as a sneak. I use chest laser. That's the big green one that you see me using. Night Warrior is a passive that kind of affects all kinds of damage. Gives you the ability to use sneak and shadow strike, but it's one of those that you only really want to use if you really want to build a stealth character. It does give you a bit of damage and a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A bit less damage than other damage passives is what I'm trying to say. I'm using an energy shield here, and I'm not gonna put in the automated use point in it. I'm just gonna go ahead and rank it up to full, because using the stealth here grants me a bit of dodge and a bit of aggression stealth, which means that things will notice what I'm doing a lot less, or at least a little bit less, so I won't be getting aggro quite as much. So I got the Scourge as my innate characteristic. I screwed up on that. I needed to grab Dexterity, and I didn't even look when I picked it. So I'm gonna wait till I get a complete retcon token to fix that. But yeah, eventually I'll change that passive. Got primary of Dexterity, Endurance, and Recover secondary, using Power Armor. So I'm gonna really go through the energy. So I need the 2 there. So it's kind of glass cannony. So anyways, down here I got the gear utilization at 3, and I got combat training at 2. Gonna max out deadly aim. Then I'm gonna expose weaknesses more than likely. But I got Acrobat, Balanced Reserves, Quick Recovery, Amazing Stamina, and of course using the Flight as the travel power. Now, oh hello. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and leave the mission, but the reason I took regular flight, not like rocket boots or anything, because the whole concept is, being a stealth character. I think kind of necessitates not using flashy powers when you're traveling like this. I think it fits more with the character. By the way, with the Night Warrior, I did take the silent running point, so that way moving so much slower is infuriating. You get a little bit of a speed drop now with that 1 point in there, or at least I think you do. It used to drop out almost all the speed penalty down, but not all of it. It might drop it all. I can't notice the difference anymore, but I just might be subconsciously ignoring it. And if you want to get a nice little look at the character, there she is, nice and shiny. Got those that mask there. That's gonna be for the beam eyes that later on I get the beam eyes. This is Buff Shaman, and have a great day.